It's episode number 1217. Topic title for today is top priorities. I'm very excited about this. I want to talk about this subject. I want you guys to put yourself in a position where you can take notes, because the reality is this: the things that we focus on every day, those top priorities, that's what's going to determine what's really going to do to really be our future. Because I remember when I was reading just this last week, I was actually taking some notes, and just a couple of things that I'd written down I want to share with you. I said, focused concentration is one of the major keys to success. Okay. Focused concentration. See, we've all got distractions, this being a big one, right? Pulling us away from being where we want to be, having the relationships that we want to have, making the kind of money that we want to make. And that's why I wrote down focused concentration. It is one of the major keys to success. And we know that time is one of our most precious commodities, right? Time is the currency of the earth. And given the choice, ask yourself the question, would you rather save time or money? See, for most people, they focus on money, but the reality is how you actually spend your time is much more important than how you spend your money. Because money mistakes, many times those can be corrected, but when you lose time, it's gone forever. And so I think about this, this year I'm turning 43 years young, all right? Time is continually speeding up. It's not slowing down. We don't have time to waste. So the priorities that we make in our life right now, they determine how we spend our time. And we know that our time is precious. We got more people who are prioritizing watching the Super Bowl. Not that that's not important, by the way, but they schedule more time for the Super Bowl than they do their future. They spend more time watching the playoffs than they do studying trading, which can completely transform their future. See, we can't change time, but we can change our priorities. And so if you ever found yourself thinking, I just need more time. If I just had more time, if I just had more time, if I just had more time, like people say that all the time, right? Well, guess what? You're not going to get it, because all of us got 24 hours. Nobody gets more time. It doesn't matter if you're the president of the country or if you're just working, maybe you're working at the grocery store, whatever. All of us have the same 24 hours every day. Time management has nothing to do with the clock. It has everything to do with how we actually organize and control the events in our lives and how that coordinates with the clock. And I realize that a lot of you guys, you're working jobs right now. Some of you are like, man, this is not a federal national holiday for me. I got to go to work, right? Some of you guys love your job, others don't. How you decide to organize your life outside of that job will determine if you end up getting out of that job, if that's something that you actually want to do. I was actually reading last week a great thought by Albert Einstein. He understood that time management really is an oxymoron. He said it cannot be managed. So we're always talking about time management. And I'm one of those people, I definitely like to work on managing my time. But he actually said that we cannot actually manage our time. He said you cannot save time, you cannot lose time, you cannot turn back the hands of time when you cannot have more time tomorrow than you have today. So it moves forward regardless of the circumstances in our lives. And so since we can't change time, we must change our approach to time. I can't change my spouse. I can only change me. When I change me, my world can become right. You can't change time, but we can change our approach to the time that is allotted to us. See, I believe that we choose our life every day right now on Monday, okay? Today is January 16th. I choose today how I'm going to spend my time, which is going to determine what kind of day, week, and month that I'm going to have here in January. Everything that you do now, something that you've chosen to do. I'm sitting here right now in my office because this is something I chose to do years ago and I finally got here, right? But look, if you're over age 21, I want you to put a yes inside the chat or the comments in front of you. If you're over age 1, put yes, all right? Here's the reason why I asked this. If you're over age 21, your life is what you're making of it, okay? So to change your life, you got to change your priorities. See, because before that, a lot of times you live with your parents, you're going to school and stuff like that. But right now, your life as it is today is what you're making of it. So to change your life, you got to change your priorities. See, time is the most valuable coin that you have in your life. Okay. In fact, I actually remember one of my heroes, a guy named Dexter Yeager. He's one of the most successful network marketers of all time. He actually passed away a number of years ago. He said, your life is like a coin. You can choose to spend it any way that you want, but you can only spend it once. See, you and you alone determine how that coin is going to be spent. So you want to be careful that you don't let other people spend it for you. You've got too many people taking the coins of your life. It could be your boss. It could be people taking up your time. They're spending that coin. And it's usually going to be spent on stuff that you don't even like. Think about that. Your greatest possession that you guys have right now is the 24 hours that you have directly in front of you. And so the question I have for you guys today is, how will you spend that time? Okay. I've been up early. I get a lot done. What does that do? It breeds confidence. Okay. It breeds confidence. How are you going to spend the time that is allotted to you? So I want you today, as part of a strategy that I want to give you with this call, and I want you guys to write this down. This is very important. The 5 most important things that you have to do today. Now, if too much of the day is already gone by the time you're jumping on this, I want you to write it down for tomorrow, because I realize that people who jump on these calls, some are from different parts of the world on social media on here, okay? I want you to write down the 5 most important things that you have to do every day. Those are the top priorities. Now, I want you to take those 5 things. I want you to number them in order. This is what I do, okay? Order of importance to you. Which ones are the most important? Now, whether you write it down on paper or you put it on your phone, wherever it is, the first thing tomorrow morning, I want you to take it out. I want you to look at number 1. Now, here's the key. Look at number 1 and see, I'm writing my stuff down. You know, for me, I've got it on my phone. I've got it sticky notes, my phone, they're always right in front of me. Okay. So if I'm going somewhere, then of course it's going to be on my phone. Don't look at the others, 2, 3, 4, and all that. Just look at number 1, start working on it, stay the course until you've completed it. And I want to repeat this part because it's really important for your success. Take out the top 5, look at number 1, don't look at the others, start working on it and stay on it until you've completed it. I promise this is actually going to change your life as you do this very thing. You stay on it until it's completed. There's actually a survey that was taken in the USA Today. I want to actually share it with you. And basically what it said was that 1/3 of the workers, not just in the USA, but globally, but said the USA, 1/3, about 1 out of 3 people plan their daily schedule. Frankly, I was actually surprised it was 33%, but 1/3, it's just not high enough. Here's the key. Only 9% of those who actually plan their daily schedule follow through and complete what they had planned. Think about that. 9%. I mean, it's pathetic. They set it out, but it's just written down, which is good. It's good to write things down like goals and all that. But 9% of the 33% fall through and completed what they planned. Okay. I make a commitment, and I want you guys to make a commitment to yourself for this. I'm not going to bed until the list is completed. I don't go to bed until I've responded to all my notifications. All the people that message me online, I don't go to sleep until I respond to those messages. And that includes spending time with my wife, Jamie. Jamie's putting the kids to bed. I respond to everybody, all the text messages. Even if I can't talk to them right now, hey, look, I got your message. Let's talk tomorrow. Whether it was, some kind of assignment, maybe it was something to do with the business. I personally will not go to sleep at night until I've completed those things. So make that commitment to yourself. Now you may say, but Brandon, I have a really busy job. In fact, I even have multiple jobs. Guys, if you don't start prioritizing these things and making those commitments, you're going to have those jobs the rest of your life. How does that sound? How does that make you feel inside? It makes you feel tired. It makes you feel worn out, makes you feel discouraged. So if you take the recommendation that I've given you guys today to write down the top 5 priorities of your day, the top 5, only 5, you're not going to go to bed until you complete them. And remember, you're going to focus on number 1, then you're going to focus on number 2, then you're going to focus on number 3. That's what you guys want to do. Now, look, I do realize stuff comes up, stuff can get in the way. You just make an adjustment and you go back to the number. I promise you right there, this is going to change your life. I promise you, it'll change your life. Okay. If you like the message, I want you guys to put a name inside of the chat box. I want to let every single one of you know this day that I love you, I care for you, I want you guys to succeed. I want you to experience many of the things that myself, my wife, my kids, my business partners have been able to experience as well. And as you do so, amazing things are going to happen for you. You're going to have so much more peace, happiness, and joy when you're able to experience these things, but it takes prioritizing your life. And so to get there, see, when you don't have a schedule, you're scheduling seasons of nothing in your future. So get yourself a schedule. Write down the top five priorities. Focus on number one, the number two, and so on and so forth. You guys are going to be successful. You're going to be happy. This is going to be the best year yet. We're going to see you guys at the top. Hope everybody has a great Monday, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Thanks, everyone. Talk soon.